Good morning, good people. Now, this is mind-boggling. South Africa registered voters total 27,782,477. Now, voter turnout was 58.6%. 58.6% of 27,782,477 is 16,280,532. Now, if we add all the voters that voted in South Africa, if we add 12 million from ANC, 6 million from DA, 12.6 plus 6.9, let's just estimate this is 19 million plus MK 4.5. This is now 24 million plus 3 million from EFF, 27 million, IFP 1.3. This is now 28.3 plus PA. This is now 29 plus VF. This is now 30 million. We get at least 30 million votes, around 31 million votes if we add the total of all the votes in South Africa, where we are adding all the parties that participated in the election. But we have how many registered voters? We have 27,782,477 registered voters and only 16,280,532 people voted. So how did we get to over 30 million votes in South Africa? The ANC got 12,698,759 votes. Now, the ANC votes, if we calculate as a percentage of the total votes cast, they are 31,602,015. If we calculate 12 million votes as a percentage of the total vote cast, we get 40.18%. But of the total number of the people who voted, we get 78%. Right? Now, what does this mean? What is happening here? Or rather, what happened here? Why do we have more votes than the number of voters in South Africa? Isn't it that one man must carry one vote? Not in South Africa. One man does not carry one vote. One man carries two votes. They do it big in South Africa. You know, South Africa is the biggest economy in Africa, and they do it double votes. Of course, we all know that these were harmonized elections, right? Now, let us calculate the percentages based on the number of seats, parliamentary seats, each part got. The ANC got 159 seats. That would be 39.75%. The DA got 87 seats. That would be 21.75%. And MK got 58 seats. That would be 14.5%. Then the EFF with 39 seats will be 9.75%. Now, when you're calculating percentages in terms of number of parliamentary seats, we see that ANC lags behind by almost 2%, because in the final election they got 40.18%, but the DA got 21.81%. When you calculate the DA as per ratio with the number of seats, they get 21.75, just 0.10%. Then the MK got 14.58. Here, when we're using the number of seats, they get 14.5. The EFF, they got 9.52. When we're using the number of seats, they get 9.75%, only 0.2% more when you're calculating the percentage that the party got using the number of seats. It seems if this was the case, the ANC would have been lagging behind their 40 point something with 39.75. However, the difference when using the number of parliamentary seats and the number of votes cast only comes on the ANC part. It is ANC we see gaining more votes here. Anyways, how did we come up with a total of 31,602,000 voters in South Africa, where only 27,782,477 were registered to vote and 58.6 only voted, meaning 16 million, only 16 million people voted, but we got 31. Now, this might be the case. Remember, SA, we were having national and regional elections, and there were a harmonized election of some sort. So maybe when a voter was voting for the national candidate, then they'll be voting for the regional candidate. Then the votes were counted separately, meaning that there were almost, or at least nearly, two votes per voter. 2 votes per voter. Then maybe the lack of balance, because it is not really balancing, the number is not balancing. We should be having 16,280,532 multiplied by 2. That is almost 32,500,000 total votes. But here we are having 31,602,000 votes. How many spoiled votes do we have here? We have 213 spoiled votes. Let's double them to make them 426. Still, there is 1 million votes missing. And again, if we go to the IEC website in South Africa, what is their number of total votes cast? This is their number of total votes cast. They say that registered population 27,782,081, total votes cast 16,290,760, total valid votes 16,077,342. But already, if we add just the ANC 12,600,000 and the DA 6,900,000, we get almost 20 million votes. So maybe they were adding votes from the national and from the regional separately, meaning one voter in South Africa had 2 votes. One voter, 2 votes. Now, what does this mean? It means if political parties field more regional candidates, and of course more national candidates, if they field more regional candidates, even if they get small amounts of votes, those votes can be consolidated to make a bigger percentage. I'm going to sign out right about now. As of now, I have a very big headache. The numbers in South Africa are very different.